Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss structured interview. First, what is a structured interview? A structured interview is a formal interview in which the interviewer asks a particular set of predetermined questions that are planned and created in advance, which means that all candidates are asked the same questions in the same order and are rated with a standardized scoring system. This type of interview is carefully created to assess an applicant against the requirements of a given position. Following a structured interview format means the hiring team has defined a clear objective for each interview, outlined precise questions for interviewers to ask in each section, and offered a rubric to assist interviewers in evaluating different responses. Following a structured interview style allows the recruiting team to make data-driven hiring judgments rather than depending on their gut instincts. Advantages of a structured interview are: it reflects a company's commitment to a deliberate and fair hiring process. It doesn't require candidates to repeat the same answers over and over again since it values their time. It evaluates job candidates based on the talents and attributes they'll need to succeed. It aids in the reduction of bias throughout the interview process. It relieves interviewers of the strain of coming up with good questions on the spot. And it improves the possibility of discovering someone who is a good fit for the job. On the other hand, the disadvantages of a structured interview are: it does not allow for a thorough examination of individual viewpoints and circumstances, resulting in fragmentary information. It might be daunting even for individuals who are experienced or for those who qualify as job applicants. It could take quite some time if the sample group grows too quickly, and you might not be capable of delivering on time. Its questions require extensive preparation, review, and testing before they can be accepted and executed. Its pre-planned set of questions could be leaked, allowing applicants to rig the system. And finally, it only has a restricted scope for the applicants, thus the interviewee cannot give more answers in substance or in depth. And now, to visualize what a structured interview looks like, we will be presenting to you an example video.
Good morning, Kale.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today. I've already sent my resume through uh, the company email, and I believe you have seen it already.
Yes, we have, and we want you to know you more through this interview. Hi, I'm Diego Limpo, the hiring manager for Southies Hotel, and this is my colleague, Kim Divinagracia.
Nice to meet you both.
Firstly, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Kaile Borbon, and I'm applying for the position of social media manager for your hotel. I'm an experienced social media manager with a verifiable track record of reaching large masses of audience and piquing customer attention and patronage.
Thank you. Now, let's formally begin the interview. What made you interested in this position?
As mentioned in my resume, my first job out of college was handling the social media mediums of smart telecommunication. And seeing the opportunity to work for an institution that is close to my personal preference as its social media manager was something that I was not going to let pass. Additionally, I'm very interested in content creation. I try to keep up with the social media trends, and I feel like my knowledge will help the company greatly. I'm also interested in this job because I can see that in this role, my skills could help solve this problem within your company. I also see an opportunity for me to learn and grow these skills. So we both would benefit personally, professionally, and financially. If I can come in here and solve problems and accomplish your goals, I know I can develop my career the way I want it to.
So, what skills do you have that can help you become a successful social media manager?
As you can see in my resume, I have skills in conflict resolution, communication, troubleshooting, service and support, and statistical analysis. As a social media manager, being adept in communication is not only important, but also critical thinking skills because we must be able to analyze data and trends and use it to our advantage.
Okay. How would you be able to capitalize on social media trends to benefit the business?
Before we think about capitalizing on a trend, we should identify first whether the trend is a fit for the brand of our organization and the resources we have available. Then, try to see if the trend would lose steam before we finish planning it, as many trends do. After that, we have to act quickly to spread word of what we have to offer before our competitors do.
So, Kale, how would you add value to our social media team?
Based on my previous job experiences, I'm confident that I can contribute fresh ideas and valuable information to our social media team. I've managed increasing accounts and used each platform to gain attention from the target market, as well as collecting and analyzing consumer data for our social media strategy. In addition, I can also assure you that I know what's trending, what's new, and up to date so that our company can stay relevant.
Okay. Now, tell us a time when you had to deal with a social media crisis.
Last year, an employee of Smart Telecommunication was accused of sexual harassment on Twitter, and what followed was a barrage of unwanted reactions from the masses that almost led to a nationwide boycott of our products and termination of endorsements. As the social media manager, the first step we took was to damage control the situation and assure the public that Smart was looking into the case and would take the necessary actions needed to hold the accused accountable. The next step was to coordinate with the public relations and human resource for further instructions. Finally, we proceeded to hold business as usual as while constantly reassuring and updating the public that the case was being looked into and is the company's top priority.
So, Kale, how can you manage many accounts successfully at once?
It's a matter of being organized and scheduling posts whenever needed. There are also social media enterprise apps that many organizations use to manage multiple accounts at once. I have some experience with using Hootsuite, which should make it simple to manage all of the different accounts. And I also used to handle four different accounts in my old job, all on different platforms.
Okay. So, for the final question, why do you think we should hire you?
Okay, so the reason you should hire me is because I'm a social media manager through and through that handles the pressure and executes the plan set by the organization. I'm well versed in both the English and Filipino language, which I believe is the medium of communication for the majority of our audiences. I also believe that I'm a great team player. Hence, I believe I can work with anyone despite the circumstances they are in. And finally, I can recognize and acknowledge my shortcomings, and I pledge to continue working towards the better version of myself for the company and others.
Okay. Thank you, Kale, for your time. Please expect an email from us soon. Goodbye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for this opportunity. I will look forward to hearing from you soon.